What's the most important media for your garden? Think for a moment. Some say cocopeat, some say sand, some say perlite, some say hydroponics, some even use rice husk or sawdust. But my friend, nothing is like soil. Soil is the best media. Soil is the heart of your garden. Soil makes a garden glow. Without soil, no garden is complete. Every gardener asks, what's the right media for plants? Media means the place where roots live. Roots need water. Roots need air. Roots need food. So the media must give all three: water, air, food. Now let us check each media one by one. Cocopeat. Cocopeat is soft, it holds water, it is light, but cocopeat has no food. Plants get weak if only cocopeat is used. Sand. Sand drains water. Sand is cheap, but sand has no food. Plants cannot live only in sands. Perlite. White stones, they give air, roots breathe better, but perlite has no food. We must always add fertilizer. Hydroponics. Plants grow in water. It looks modern. It looks fast. But hydroponics is costly. It needs machine. One mistake and plant dies. Rice husk or saw sand. Yes, they are natural, they are cheap, but they break down fast. They cannot feed plants for long. So now you see, every media has some good side and every media has some bad side. But soil is different. Soil has food, soil has micronutrients, soil has life, soil holds water, soil gives air. Soil is the complete media. That is why soil is number one. That is why we say a garden glows with soil. Think about farmers. For thousands of years they used soil. Rice grows in soil, wheat grows in soil, fruits grow in soil, flower grows in soil. But even the best gardens use soil. Soil gives strength, soil gives power, soil gives life. Other media help, but soil completes. That is why the question has only one answer. What is the most important media for your garden? The answer is soil. My friend, remember this. Water is important, sunlight is important, fertilizer is important, but the most important media is soil, because soil is food, soil is home, soil is life. Soil is very important for gardening. Plants cannot grow without soil. Soil gives root. Good soil makes plant healthy and strong. Different plants need different soil mix. Let us see some easy mix. Number 1. Flower plants. Flowers need food and good drainage. 40% garden soil, 30% compost, 20% sand, 10% cocopeat. Number 2. Vegetables. Vegetables grow fast. They need rich soil. 40% soil, 40% compost, 20% sand. Number 3. Succulents and cactus. They do not like too much water. 50% sand, 30% soil, 20% small stones or perlite. Number 4. Fruit plants in a pot. Fruit trees need strong soil for many years. 50% soil, 25% compost, 15% sand, 10% cocopeat. Number 5. Indoor plants. Indoor plants need light and airy soil. 30% soil, 30% compost, 20% cocopeat, 20% sand or perlite. Soil gives us nature, soil gives us flower, soil gives us fruits, soil gives us leaves, soil gives us life. Without soil, there is no garden. Without soil, there is no food. Without soil, there is no future. Today, let us talk about the power of soil. Soil and nature. Soil is not just dirt, soil is alive. In soil, millions of small living things work. They make food for plants, they protect roots, they clean water, they give balance to nature. Trees grow in soil, forests stand on soil, rivers depend on soil. Even animals need soil because an animal needs plant and plants need soil. Soil is the base of nature. When soil is healthy, nature is healthy. Soil and flowers. Flowers are the smile of the earth. But flowers cannot grow without soil. Roses, lilies, tulips, hibiscus all need soil. Soil gives flowers food, soil gives flowers water, soil makes flower bright and glowing. When we see a flower, we should remember the beauty above the ground is because of the soil below the ground. Soil and fruits. Fruits are gifts from plants. Mango, guava, banana, papaya all need soil to grow. Soil holds the roots. Roots take food from soil. That food becomes fruit. Sweet fruit, juicy fruit, fresh fruit all are made by soil. Without soil, we cannot eat food. Without soil, life loses taste. Soil and leaves. Leaves are the lungs of nature. Leaves make oxygen. Leaves give us shade. Leaves make plants strong. But leaves need soil. Soil gives minerals. Soil gives water. That is why leaves are green. That is why leaves give us life. So we can say soil gives us nature, soil gives us food, soil gives us leaf, soil gives us life. We must take care of soil because if we protect soil, soil will protect us. This is the power of soil. This is the gift of nature.
Wow!
Pots and vessels. Mud pots for plant, clay vessels for cooking. Flower vessels, they are natural and eco-friendly. House and huts. Bricks are made from soil, tiles are made from soil. Even simple huts use mud walls. Utensil, clay cups, clay plates, clay water jug. They keep water cool and fresh. Art and decoration, clay toys, clay idols. Handmade sculpture, artists use soil to breathe beauty. Farming tools and storage, earthen storage jar for seeds, traditional grain pots, soil floors in rural home. Soil is not only for gardening. From soil we can get pots, bricks, huts, plates, toys and art. Soil gives us nature but also culture. That is why soil is very special. Soil is not just dirt, soil is alive. It has millions of small living things. They are called microbes. They are too small to see, but they are very powerful. Microbes make food for plants. They protect roots from disease. They clean waste. They turn dead leaves into food again. They are nature's little helper. When soil is healthy, plants are healthy. When soil is weak, plants are weak. That is why soil is the most important part of gardening. Soil and flower. Let's talk about flowers. Flowers are the smile of beauty. Soil and flower. Let's talk about flowers. Flowers are the smile of the earth. They make the garden beautiful. They give us color, joy and fragrance. But flower cannot grow without soil. Soil gives flower water, energy and minerals. A rose needs soil, a lily needs soil, a marigold needs soil. Every flower we love grows from soil. Soil makes the garden glow with flower, fruit and soil. Now let's talk about fruits. Fruits are the gift of nature. Sweet mango, juicy guava, fresh banana all come from soil. Roots take food from soil. That food travels to the stems. It reaches the branches. It becomes fruit. Without soil, there are no fruit. Without soil, we cannot eat. Soil feeds us every day. Soil and leaves. Soil are the lungs of nature. Leaves makes oxygen, gives us shade and clean the air. But leaves cannot grow without soil. Soil gives minerals, soil gives water. That is why leaves are green and healthy. When we see a leaf, we must remember the strength of leaves comes from soil. Soil and food crops. Rice grows in soil, wheat grows in soil, vegetable grows in soil. Without soil, humans have no food. For thousands of years, farmers worked with soil. They trusted soil, they respected soil, and soil gave them harvest. Even today, all food comes from soil. Yes, some people try hydroponics, but the real taste comes from soil. Soil holds water. Soil is like a sponge. It holds water for plants. When rain falls, soil stores it. When sun shines, soil gives it back to roots. Sand cannot do this, cocopeat cannot do this. Only soil can balance water. That is why plants survive even in hot days, because soil gives life. Soil gives air. Roots also need air. If soil is too tight, roots cannot breathe. Good soil has spaces. These spaces hold oxygen. Roots take this oxygen and stay alive. Soil is not only food. Soil is not only water. Soil is also air. That is why soil is complete. Soil protects nature. Soil is the skin of earth. It covers the planet, keeps balance in nature. Without soil, there is no forest. Without soil, there is no garden. Soil controls temperature. Soil cleans water. Soil protects river. Soil keeps animals alive. Every living thing depends on soil. Soil in gardening. Now let us come back to gardening. A garden without soil is not a garden. Soil is the bed of the garden. Soil is the heart of the garden. When you make a garden, the first step is soil. Choose the right soil. Make the right mix. Then the garden will shine. Best soil mix. What is the best soil mix? Here is the simple recipe. 40% garden soil, 30% compost, 20% sand, 10% cocopeat. This mix gives water, wood, air, life. With this mix, plant grow strong, and with this mix, plant grows. Repeating the truth. Soil is life, soil is food, soil is water, soil is air, soil is protection. Without soil, there is no garden, there is no flower, there is no fruit, there is no life. And now let me show you something special. Only can soil grow plants, but I also made many things with soil. Mud pots, flower vessel, even a hut. Repeating the truth. Soil is life, soil is food, soil is water, soil is air, soil is protection. Without soil, there is no garden, there is no flower, there is no fruit, there is no life. Products made from soil. Soil is not only for plants, we also make many things from soil. For thousands of years, people used soil to build, to cook, and to decorate. Here are some common products made from soil.
Thank you, partner. Now I am starting. Today, I give creative challenge to my 100 students. The task was simple, yet powerful. Make something using soil or mud. Students had the freedom to shape, mold, and bring their imagination to life. The result was truly inspiring. Every creation carried a unique story and a task of hard work. You are seeing in the screen. I also announced that the best creation will receive the special gift as recognition of creativity and effort. Now, I invite you to watch closely, explore every detail, and decide with me. As you see each product, drop your comments along with the timestamp to tell us which one you feel is the best. Your voice will help in choosing the winner. So now I am remain silent and let their work speak for itself. Watch carefully, enjoy the creativity, and don't forget to leave a favorite in the comments.
We can see some greenery everywhere. This is called grass. Some farmer cultivate this grass for animal. We can also see some ducks on the riverside. This is a wild plant. This is a very popular vegetable in Bangladesh. It is called bottle gourd, and the leaf is used as leafy vegetable, and it is full of vitamin and minerals. This wild leaves is called thankuni in Bengali. It is used for herbal medicine. And the most beloved fruit, pomegranate. It's full of antioxidant and immunity booster. It increases hemoglobin in human body. This is jute leaves. Jute leaves offer numerous health benefits due to their rich content in vitamin, mineral, fiber, and antioxidant. They support digestive health, boost immunity system, improve skin and eye health, strengthen bones, and possess anti-inflammatory properties. Additionally, jute leaves can aid in weight loss, help regulate blood sugar and blood pressure, and contribute to better omega-3 fatty acid intake. This is bok choy. Bok choy also has numerous health benefits due to its rich content of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, supporting bone health with calcium and vitamin K, cardiovascular health with potassium and antioxidant like vitamin C, and providing anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer properties for all this vegetable is possible due to soil. Soil gives us life, soil gives us vegetables, soil gives us fruit, and soil gives us flower. Soil is everything. This is aroma jasmine, also known as murga plant. It is used in garland and some people mix tea with it. This is cinnamon tea. This is periwinkle. This periwinkle has pink color and this is rain lily, our most favorite flower. See the pink beauty? One tablespoon of potassium can boost the flower growth. desert rose, also known as adenium. It grows without water and without any care, but the soil mix is very important. 30% compost, 30% cocopeat, and 30% soil. This soil mix can boost the flower growth of adenium. Now, garden lovers, I will provide you a tour to nursery. This was my visit to nursery, and there are so many plants, and all this is possible because of soil. Without soil, we cannot plant any tree, and without soil, there will be no food, no fruit, and no flower, and obviously there will be no plants. So, garden lover, we can see the importance of soil everywhere. Let us take a tour to the nursery.
Find out why soil is essential for your garden's growth. This part is about a nursery tour video with relaxing background music. We will be sharing the names and details of the plants in future videos. For now, please comment with the timestamp of the plant or section you found most interesting. If you happen to know the plant's name, feel free to add it. Your feedback will help us to create focused, in-depth videos on the plants you love most.
Wow!
Thanks for watching. See you next time.